Hey guys, welcome back with another video with Linksy. We're gonna have a different one. I have done this in the past as part of a live stream for Lore Master of Sotek's challenge, but I think it might as well of doing how I did it back then and explaining the process so you guys can as well. And if you want to play a Queek head taker campaign with an interesting twist, well, this is it. The idea is that on Legendary and very hard battle difficulty, you can take Karak 8 peaks under 10 turns. Now, this is possible in 9 turns, but it is much harder and requires a little bit more luck. Whereas in 10 turns, it is, well, it gives, reliable results and pretty much happens every single time. I tested it again just now. The final battle is quite long, but we'll get straight into it. Okay, let's start the campaign. So we start at the city of Karak, and first thing we're going to do is move Queek to the stump over there. Once he's there, we're going to recruit 3 Skaven slave slingers, and we're going to use those in this city fight as they have more use than any of the other units, including the clarinets, due to the fact they have ammunition and hence a bigger balance of power. Now, the first thing we want to build is the weapon dump, and next turn we will have enough money to also recruit all 3 of our chieftains. We got lucky, we got a disciplined chieftain, which gives us that little extra leadership, which will be useful. And we also got a warpstone hoarder, which will make our warp lightning cannon a little bit cheaper as we're going on to the other side. And the last one is stuff. We're going to use him to absorb all the ammunition from the arrows from this city. Now, in Karak 8 Peaks, you have the Undercity. Undercity, you already have the Underkeep set. What you're going to want is 4 turns before you attack it, you're going to build a subterranean strip mine on turn 5, because you're going to possibly attack it on turn 9 or 10. Now, the idea is you attack on turn 10, because that is when you'll be the most strongest. However, you could also somehow get there on turn 9. That is when you kill them on turn 9, and you'll want it to be ready because the war bomb is going to really help you. For turn 1, this is all you do, and you end turn. Next turn, you're going to recruit the chieftains. The reason you don't recruit them on the first turn is it will save you around 750 gold, and you kind of want to save as much gold as possible, as this is going to be very tight, and you're going to need to have as much as possible in your bank. There is a way where you can sack a city on the way to build what you need, but it is not ideal. Now, this turn we're going to recruit our 3 boys, and in my other runs that I did this, I had a strategist one, which does help you. That extra movement speed is really important. Now, moving these 3 into there should also level them up by the time you get to the city, and that will give you just a little bit of extra oomph. You could also next turn sack Qatar, and that should give Queek his level up that he needs to be able to have the extra movement range for Route Marcher, but again, you don't need that movement range per se. This turn you also build 3 Skaven slave slingers, and you're going to build the weapons dump. You're going to build the weapons team warp grinders next turn on turn 3. On turn 4, you're going to leave, and then turn 5, you're going to build the their building. Now, we're going to end turn. Another reason why you want the war bomb on turn 9 is that you are going to be in the territory in turn 9, and if they attack you outside of the city, which they might, war bomb is going to really help you, as it's going to really damage them as they attack you. If they attack you outside of the city, it is really going to help you, as it gives you that little bit of an extra edge. I need trophies. So with this, you can build these boys on 1 turn, and you'll have a full stack of 20 units. You will also be able to start moving towards them. Money will be a slight issue, so you do start dismantling this after you finish building the warp grinders, and that will give you the money that you need to build these the building in there. You do not need to build it, it is not necessary, but it is really going to help you. On easier difficulties, of course, you're going to always manage to build it because you will have the money, due to the fact on Legendary money is a little bit tighter. You finish building the army, and you are gonna now start marching forward. It's turn 4. You could use the underway to move there, but rushing there will get you faster. So rush all the way to here, and you are basically gonna just abandon Karak route. Just disband both of those, and you're gonna be absolutely fine. Yeah, that's gonna give you more money. Actually, no, don't disband that. Making a mistake there. That gives you extra 200 gold. Yeah, let's keep them for now, because I'm noticing my money is a little bit down. Let's keep them for now, because both of them give you a little bit gold, and then we'll disband them just before we start building the thing. Which ideally would be next turn, but if we build it next turn, we need 4,000, and I don't think we will have enough if we disband both of these. Well, we could also abandon that, but then we'll end up without a city. Okay, let's keep going. Enter. You could also skip, I guess, recruiting the Skaven Slave Slingers, as they will not be necessary, but I prefer having a strong army as much as possible to be able to deal with them. Now, you are gonna want to march all the way here along the road. There is a road if you find it, and you're not gonna get attacked by anything. Yeah, they're raiding us, so they're taking quite a bit of money from us. Just destroy that. I don't think we'll manage to destroy it, but just destroy that. Yep. And you're gonna move. It seems in this run we're not gonna manage to build the under what's it called? The subterranean strip mine. Testing it out, and still it happens. That's all good. It's all good. It's still going to, we're still gonna win the fight. It's just, it's gonna be a little bit more tedious, as you shall see in a second, but it's still very doable with minimal losses. And to be honest, it's this isn't a strategy I would highly recommend per se, as there are many other ways of playing the game than this. So we're gonna move here, and the reason why I'm moving up through this way is that is where the road leads, and if you move anywhere else, you're gonna have attrition, and you're gonna take lots of attrition. It's turn 6. We do have enough money to build this, but we're going to, well, if we attack on turn 10, we'll have it, and we will move there. They did not attack us at Karak, and that is fantastic. They kind of abandoned it. Are they still raiding? No, they retreated, interestingly enough. Running all the way up here. Perhaps they're running after us. So okay, for a turn it's gonna work well. Again, these are small things. That is just an additional ability to have to aid you in your way forward. And again, there is another way of doing this where you settle Karak Azgal on this turn, but it is again not something I would highly recommend. The idea why you would settle this is because then you would wipe out these guys on the way and give yourself the experience you need. Now they have 2 full stacks over here, and of course the defense of the city. The city itself, they did not build the walls. That is very interesting, very, very, very interesting. We're gonna only be able to take the city at tier 3 because we don't have food. We're losing food actually at the moment, but that is not of much of a problem. We will end this turn, and it's turn 7. As you can see, we're marching towards there. We have an army, and it's important to move in these directions, like exactly where I'm placing the units, as the AI will act predictably in specific manners. So keep that in mind. Now you will go in the underway, and you're gonna jump here. Keep in mind, okay, it didn't happen. When you do this, you are in their zone of influence, so one of their armies can intercept you, especially if you jump inside this region. If you jump inside this region, they will possibly attack you with one of their armies, but you should be able to beat them quite easily. Now, this turn is also tricky because one of them might jump over to attack you, and you possibly get the high chance of intercepting them. That said, what is an option is join war against them. They didn't accept. Sometimes you can convince them to join war. Alright, enter. With the new update also it changed a little bit differently from how it was, because you do get the chieftains, and the chieftains allow you to win the fight outside much easier than with the army that you had previously. They're once again raiding our settlement, but it doesn't really matter at this point. They jumped all the way here, and we didn't intercept them, but they might intercept us. So we are gonna get tail weapons for them, all as it gives them that little bit extra stuff. You could also use damaged walls to damage the walls, but it's just a waste. So we actually did not get intercepted. Well, this is actually becoming a really lucky streak of events. Even if they jump back, they won't be able to interfere and with us that much. Okay, and turn 10. I'm surprised that nothing has went wrong, because of course during recording you make all the mistakes that you don't make when you're playing by yourself, or the AI decides to be a super smart ass and a pain in the ass. Now you could fight this and should easily win this, and in this case we are going to fight this. You could also auto-resolve it, but you might lose the warp grinders in this. So we're just gonna fight it, and I'll show you how to do so in a second. Keep in mind this is an underway battle, so it should be easy considering the army composition we have. So just for curiosity's sake, I decided to auto-resolve the file, saved the save file, auto-resolved the battle, and realized that you'll only lose one of your warp grinders and one of your clan rats, which only weakens you minimally in the fight at the end, and you basically have your army at full replenishment if you do that. Anyway, so we're gonna try and fight this and see how we go. I usually win this with minimal losses due to well, this over here, just putting my entire army into a blob and getting all of my getting his army into a blob as well, and just shooting it down as much as I can. But we'll see what we manage to do, and if we manage to win it without any losses, and see if it is actually better to do the auto-resolve, because the auto-resolve gives these guys like 400 kills each, and you wipe out this entire army. Considering I know I can win this, it's a question of not a question of winning, it's a question of wiping out this army, compared with what we're gonna do, which is essentially scare it off the battlefield. And you know, it makes a difference. It makes a big difference. But yeah, just whenever you do something, I have a tendency of repeating myself. And wait, this is where Queek, but not repeating myself. I have a tendency of always altering, trying to find a better way, a more ideal way of doing things. And in this case, I think the auto-resolve might have done just that. Keep in mind, these three are gonna add up a lot of damage in this area, especially if all of this is surrounded. And these guys are, no, you guys come back here. These guys are going to get a beating as well. It's good to know that since we did keep the Underwarren alive, it is really good for us, as the Underwarren allows us to have quite a bit of extra replenishment in the region. And with the new building as well, we will be able to recover almost full to any losses we had. Like it's like 50-60% replenishment in the region. Just keep the orc boys busy. I'm hoping that they mostly come into this region. I mean they're still gonna get wiped out because it's an underway intercept. Yeah, it's an underway intercept. They didn't attack us out of the city. I mean, they're sending their entire force here, which is good. And do this and this. Kill these guys. As you can see, this army is melting really quickly to the warp grinders, as they do a lot of damage in general. Now, We need to try and keep them off this force till the warp grinders recover. They have a 90-second cooldown, which is quite significant, but should be fine. Shoot over there. If you have warp bomb by now, just one of these guys would wipe up all of that. Easier difficulties, it's much easier to get warp bomb, but you know, do what you can with what you have, as they say. The chieftain is getting beaten a little bit, but nothing major. Keep going, and I think the next one will give these guys a lot of kills, as we've damaged this area quite significantly. These guys damaged, and this guy is running away. Those guys are running away as well. Just shoot over there, shoot over there. These guys 20 seconds, immobilize the enemy from moving. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come on! And that should be this army pretty much getting ruined. Yeah, they're getting a lot of kills. But of course they're doing a lot of damage to us as well. All three of you go kill him. And they're dying. Okay, shoot at the orc boys. And this is the end. Okay, if he dies, they should break as well. Yeah, they're pretty much breaking quickly. And that is their morale, I believe. Did this guy really just run? Oh my lord. Causing a full rout to happen. It's not that hard to replicate this, as you can see, just quite straightforward. And that is army losses. We actually lost less, I think. Yeah, we lost actually less, so it's better to do it this way than the auto-resolve. But if you don't feel comfortable doing this, the auto-resolve is still a decent option. It will make the next battle a bit longer, a bit more annoying. But honestly, this isn't bad. This genuinely isn't bad. And this army is wiped out because it is in the underway. I sometimes forget the basics of this game or why I do certain things. But yeah, we intercepted them in the underway. We wiped them out. And that is, you know, this is a big-ass army. You're going to do the replenishment. You want the replenishment. Food is going to be exciting to have, but you want the replenishment to have. Our food is going to go up quite significantly as well. So don't worry about it. And once we take this army, it's going to be... This city is going to be really, really important for us. It's good for us as well that they have these two outside, because they're a pain in the ass to deal with. You will give him either Route Marcher, but you don't need it, or Inspiring Presence, because you do need that little bit extra morale in the next fight. These guys, you either give them Elusive, but I will give them Thick Skin, because I will want them to absorb as much damage as possible from the fight that is about to happen. Now, we are in 10 turns, and this is when we attack Karak 8 Peaks. And you're gonna say, but Linksy, how are you going to win against such odds? This is insane. Insane it might be, but we shall win. So, keep in mind, right? We have 3 Warp Grinders at full health. They have 4 archers, 6 archers in total, right? We have the Warp Lightning Cannons. They have 6 archers, and we have Warp Lightning Cannons. We're going to be... Karak 8 Peaks is a very easy city to attack. We're going to be blowing up these 2 towers. We're going to put our Queek and our boys taking ammunition. We're going to empty all of this ammunition. And then we're going to sit underneath their walls and grind them to dust with our Warp Grinders. We are going to use the finest of Gouda cheese to win this battle. Now, let's jump straight into it. Now, getting into the battle, your army is here, right? This is the usual way of attacking this settlement. Just grab your entire army, throw it back here, and let it chill. Now, first thing, you put this guy there, and you're gonna grab your chieftains, throw them back, put Queek forwards, and the injured chieftain forward. They're gonna take the hits from there, and then we're gonna use the rest of the chieftains to empty their ammunition while we destroy those 2 fort towers, and hence giving us the opportunity to attack. Turn everything off fire at will. The Vermintide. And we're gonna start aiming at these 4 towers. Wait, oh my god. I hate the siege artillery bug. Oh my god, the siege artillery bug is so annoying. Seems we only need to actually get damaged on 1, and it's not gonna take that much. I really recommend that you get yourself a cup of tea and get ready for a long and drawn out fight full of cheese with incredible results. I'm calling it, I'm getting like 1,000 kills at least one of these guys. But the downside of that is, well, yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while to chew through all of their units. But here, their towers are going down. And it should be done relatively easily. Also, the warp lightning cannon should get around 200 kills itself, because you're going to use it to fire alongside the wall. So, you know, everything gets kills, everything gets damage. Of course, you cannot see the balance of power. I really recommend playing this on very hard if you want to see the balance of power and see how many kills, how many options there are to kill, and what are the options to kill. Okay, that's destroyed, so we can actually move closer with that. Can you shoot at that thing? Yes. While this is going down, we're gonna try and take out as much of that ammunition as possible and deal with it. Now, keep in mind we also have warp bomb, right? So find locations where there are black orcs and use the warp bomb. So orc biggins, black orcs over there. So summon that over there, and we're gonna hopefully wipe out 4 or 5 units with the warp bomb. Almost forgot about the war bomb. Oh, there were also night goblins there. You have 10 uses of the menace below, so just keep that in mind. These guys are, I mean, that's 4 units. I wouldn't mind using 4 units there. Well, now it's 3 units. And yeah, that's a decent number. That's a decent number of kills over there. Oh, this guy is taking a lot of damage there. And fast forward. Yeah, you'll do a decent amount of damage with the war bombs. Getting as much kills as possible. You're gonna want to be wasting all that ammunition. The warp lightning cannon is almost finished there, and it's done its job. Now it's a question of just wasting the ammunition of the night goblins. Keep in mind that they have poison, so they're gonna weaken your unit a little bit, but especially speed wise. But you're gonna keep doing this. Make sure that he is still active as much as possible, and use up as much of their ammunition as possible while you do this. Now, if you can micromanage, you should do this over here. Hopefully it spawns properly. It should, yeah, spawn perfectly, and just waste their ammunition. And these guys should get completely surrounded and annihilated really quickly. They're breaking, but let's see, they're sending in the big guns. The big guns are always good to waste because they are just a pain in the ass and hold a lot of balance of power in general. Might not have been a good cost because they're not really focusing it down. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, there are black orcs, there are goblins, but it's not really a good cost, so we'll just let it be. Let's just keep wasting the shots of these guys as much as possible, and see if we get another opportunity with a clump up. We've blown up that clump. We kind of want to blow up this clump, and that's the idea. So these are big guns, big guns. Yeah, just spawn them there and see what happens. Try not to lose Queek, but it doesn't matter if he takes a little bit of damage, as well, that's his job in this case, in this scenario. It seems my cat has decided to start having a little bit of a fit. Those are 2 units, again, not the best targets. I'm sure we'll find an opportunity to do so. Keep in mind there are a lot of goblins. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to go and take care of the cat. Hopefully he'll calm down a little bit. He's in a bit of a playful mood. So Simba, as you know, is the Lord of Cheese and the Lord of War, and he needs to have his playtime. Anyway, let's get back straight into this. Once you waste this ammunition, it will be the hardest part. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just jump to the point where, because he is really, really just attacking any plastic. I'll just jump on to the point where the ammunition is wasted, and I'll show you the next part of the siege battle and what you need to be doing. So, after wasting almost all of the ammunition, I got a decent war bomb over there. I killed quite a bit of those black orcs and an entire goblin unit. And over here I wiped out 3 units, mostly the archers, some goblins, and these, where are they? These orc boys over there. We bring all of our army over here. You grab your 3 warp grinders. You set them up into that formation on top of each other. With this guy, they move their archers, it seems, unless we are not able to see them. There are archers over there, which I want to shoot down before I move my army in, but they are moving their troops consistently. Yeah, there they are. Shoot the archers. No, okay, you don't want to shoot the archers. We'll get these 3 guys. They will shoot the archers down. We still have a number of menace below, so I know there is a unit of archers over there. There's some trolls, there's some ore archers on this side, but mostly of their ammunition has been emptied. These 3, you use alt, and you find the best position for them. And I think currently the best position I can think of is... it's either one of these 2 corners, and you want to move them like that. So they're gonna move there. So I think this corner is better. They'll start piling troops up there once they see that you're putting up pressure. And we're gonna shoot at those night goblins. Fast forward. Keep these guys in handy as they're gonna be used as ammo sponges. Okay, you go there and you go there. You're gonna want to kill these night goblin archers as fast as possible. And these archer boys over here, they're not really gonna last long. So. And this is where the long grind begins. You put them underneath the walls, you do warp quake, and you do seismic snare, and you're just gonna wipe out everything slowly but surely. You got 26 kills over there. They're gonna start putting units up there for you to kill, and you're gonna just kill them. You're gonna find out where he has the most units, and you're gonna snipe the night goblin archers whenever you can. So in this case, a night goblin archer unit over there. You're gonna try and snipe it with that. Just do enough damage to them. Killing 1 or 2 of them means they have less ammunition. Although now this would have been an incredible war bomb. The amount of troops they're piling up on them. But, you know, maybe keep a war bomb. I found a really good opportunity there. And this one was just bad luck. But, yeah, didn't record it because Simba went a bit crazy. And once they have finished, you do this again and they keep moving. And you slowly kill all of their units over there. We're wasting that ammunition unit as well, and that's it. Once these archers go down, and they're dying quite fast, you're gonna be able to have more units to target, especially if you move this blob right about here, because they will start moving their troops in such a direction. Those archer boys are back. I'm not sure if they're still shooting at this guy. They're shooting at this boy over here, but he's not really going to be bothered. He has a lot of more armor, and he's going to be absolutely fine. These guys, there's only 1 of them left. Maybe it is actually a case of shooting him down with that, just not to waste more ammunition, waste time. Yeah, he's dead, so they should send another unit up there. They're sending troops this way. And this is what you're going to do. They don't have that many troops because you already killed an entire 20 stack. And you might even get lucky enough. And if you don't do through the replenishment and, you know, you sack and occupy, you might get a tier 4. Sacking might be a good idea, but keep in mind if you do occupy the settlement at a tier 3, instantly or tier 4 instantly. Since they've built most of the buildings, you're gonna get quite a few those few buildings for yourself already built. It's gonna give you a head start. On the previous try, which I just did, we got quite a decent amount of units straight off the bat. So those units are getting onto the walls. Once they're on the walls, it seems they're on this side, so well, you move your troops and you put them over there. And they might just turn everything and go over there. You just keep playing that game. You could also destroy the walls with them, and it will control where they can only get on the walls in specific locations. But that is the case. We've killed another unit of archer. We know he has some troops here. And he has some troops over here of archers. Don't worry too much about them. They're not going to do that much damage. Keep the menace belows intact. To waste their ammunition. Yeah, this is 9 goblin archers. They're almost out of ammo. They're shooting at these guys. These guys can take a beating. So activate that, and you are killing quite a few of them at one go. These goblins are dropping like flies, and these will drop like flies very soon. Move forward, and yeah, there you go. This is it. This is what you're gonna do for the next 15 minutes of your life. I'm not gonna bore you and show you all the process. I'll just skip directly to the end product and I'll show you that. Alright, be right back. So eventually, after around 30 minutes of grinding, literally, they die. It's a good idea to halfway through when their general is isolated, use your Skaven Slave Slingers to kill him, and they should break relatively easily. After that, it just takes time. Don't be greedy. Don't send your troops in. I did send Queek and his chieftains in to try and snipe one of their heroes, but I ended up taking more damage than giving because the Black Orcs came and attacked me. The AI might be irritating. Just be patient and you'll manage. But as you see, we've got a lot of kills on our units. Heroic victory. Of course. We lost 7 units and they lost pretty much everything. And we've wiped out the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits. It's, you know, it's not the most ideal way of taking the city. It is the fastest that I can say is reliably that you manage to do it every single time. This was done on Legendary, of course, so you know it's even harder. On easier difficulties, it's easier to do the 9-turn one. But it takes time and it's fine. Now, we can actually settle this at level 4. And it might be a good idea to do so, as you're going to have a tier 4 settlement. Don't worry about food. You gain a tier 4 settlement. You have a clan barracks, means you can recruit another chieftain. So there's another discipline. I would recruit that. I then highly recommend you just destroy this, though. You don't need it. What then you need to build is the special buildings. So you have a food building there, meat sites. You're gonna need that food. I would also recommend building this and this one, and of course, more importantly, walls. So yeah, that's what's not needed right now. Build walls because you're gonna need to have this settlement defended as much as possible. It's gonna be your main settlement. As down here, these guys, unless you can get a peace with them, no, you can't. They're going to take Karak from you, and Karak, to be honest, is a shell of what you have. We basically start by exchanging Karak for a much higher tiered settlement and a much, honestly, better position, because you're closer to Clan Ashen on here, and you have Clan Vulcan here that you can confederate and essentially build. You can kill Grimgor in the next few turns, because you can repeat this same strategy with him if he is inside his settlement, and I believe he is right now recruiting, so you could jump in, take out that settlement, and you would essentially kill Grimgor because he only has 2 settlements at the moment. Let's see, he has 4 settlements. Where the hell is he? Have 4 settlements. Oh, he took these settlements as well. It seems he's confederated, I think, the Scabii. But yeah, you can easily just wipe out. Taking Black Rag is essentially killing Grimgor. And yeah, then you have some dwarves here to the east. And of course there's the dwarves up there, which you can kill early on. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like if you liked it, and tell me your stories of if you found it useful or not, or if you managed to replicate it or not. It should be quite straightforward. It just takes a lot of time, but it should give a reliable result. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!